Earlier in the course, we discussed the usage of pipes to modify the display of content, and we looked at the out-of-the-box pipes provided by Angular. Later in the course, we're going to talk about pipe performance, but now we're going to focus on building custom pipes to modify the data displayed in our UI. Angular ships with 3 pipes that can change the casing of letters displayed in your UI: lowercase, uppercase, and title case. The name of each pretty well explains what it does. The use case we're going to look at is from an application I wrote that I had a need similar to these, but for one specific reason, none of them fit the bill. I needed the casing to be dynamic, based upon user preference. None of these gave me that option, so I had to build it myself. Let's go take a look at this use case for building a custom pipe. For my custom pipe, remember, I need to be able to control the presentation or the casing of certain pieces of content based on a value in a configuration object. So if I go ahead and load my widget for this, you can see I have a button that's going to toggle through the different available values, and then I just have a string that gets presented. As I click the button, it changes that configuration setting, and you can see that the presentation changes. So the pipe is updating its content based on that configuration setting. Looking at the code, here's my HTML. I just have my string, and I'm piping it through my dynamic case, and I pass in the configuration setting. So that's going to come in as the arguments to the pipe. Configuration is just, or CFG is just an object that controls or that stores my configuration values. The pipe itself implements the pipe transform interface, has the transform method. It gets a value, which is whatever piece of content the pipe is being applied to. In this case, it's going to be a string. And it takes in the argument, and that's where I'm passing in the current configuration setting value. In my code, all I'm doing is, depending on what the value of args is, I manipulate the value string to either uppercase, lowercase, or title case. So toTitle case is just, I lifted this right out of the existing toTitle case pipe that comes with Angular, but I added it to my custom pipe, which allows me to control based on that external value. The button that I click calls this change case, and all that's doing is changing the value of my configuration setting object. So it's saying if you're already all caps, we're going to change it to all lower, or title, or whatever the default is, or back to all caps. So using a pipe to do what typical pipes do, or what the out-of-the-box pipes do, but adding a little wrinkle in that I'm controlling that value externally. So now if the users come in and change their configuration settings, the presentation of the content will be updated appropriately, and there's nothing I need to do about it.